Welcome. Today, we are cracking open a massive, powerful, and totally free resource for your next big thing. It's called the public domain, and we're going to show you how to use this global toolbox to build something amazing.
So you've got that spark, right? An idea that you just know could change things, solve a real problem, or create something nobody's ever seen before. It's an incredible feeling. But let's be real, brilliant ideas often hit a wall.
Maybe you're short on funding. That's a classic. Or you're stuck on a technical problem that feels impossible to solve. And then there's that nagging fear in the back of your mind. What if my great idea accidentally steps on someone else's patent? That could mean serious legal trouble. But hang on, what if I told you there's a way around a lot of these headaches? What if there was a giant open source library of technology and inventions just waiting for you right now, completely free to use? Well, there is. It's the public domain. Think of it as this huge shared pool of knowledge, data, and inventions that isn't owned by any one person or company. It belongs to all of us, which means, yeah, it belongs to you.
Now, get this, because it's a game changer. A patent isn't some kind of global passport. It's more like a local permit. So an invention might be locked down tight with a patent in the US or Japan, but if they never filed that patent in, say, Brazil or Nigeria, then in those countries, that technology is totally free to use. It's in the public domain there.
Here's a perfect example. This is a patent for an electric heater from way back in 1946. That patent expired a long time ago. So today, the core technology, the actual blueprints for how it works, is a free building block. Anyone can legally take it, tweak it, improve it, and build a whole new product without paying a single cent in licensing fees. Okay, so where do you find all this amazing free stuff? Well, the map to this treasure is hiding in plain sight. It's in patent databases. The trick is learning how to read them not as a legal minefield to be scared of, but as a treasure trove of opportunity. Seriously, digging through these databases is like getting superpowers for your business. You can see what your competition is up to, find brilliant solutions to problems you're stuck on, even spot genius inventors you might want to hire. And best of all, you can see where the gaps in the market are, just waiting for your idea. But this isn't just some abstract theory. Let's dive into a real-world story that shows exactly how powerful this can be. All right, picture this. In Kenya, hospitals were facing a massive problem. The medical suction pumps they needed for surgery were all imported and were ridiculously expensive. This wasn't just an inconvenience, it created a dangerous shortage of critical life-saving equipment. So a team at the University of Nairobi decided to tackle this. First, they did their treasure hunt. They searched patent databases, and what did they find? While the pumps were patented elsewhere, there were 0 active patents in Kenya. That gave them the green light. So they used the publicly available technical drawings to build their own low-cost version. And here's the brilliant part. They then filed their own patent on the unique improvements they made. That story from Kenya is the perfect roadmap, right? It shows you how to go from finding public knowledge to building a real, tangible product. So now let's talk about how you can take an idea like that and structure it into a solid business. A really cool way to think about this is what's called the IP atom. Your product's value isn't just one single thing. It's actually protected in different layers, just like an atom. And each layer uses a different kind of intellectual property. Right at the center, the nucleus of the atom, is the function. This is what your product actually does. It's core technical magic. This is the part you protect with a new patent on your improvements, or you guard it closely as a trade secret. The next layer out is the expression. This is the story you tell about your product. Your website, your ads, the cool videos you make, all that creative stuff, that's protected by copyright. And the outermost layer is your brand. This is your logo, your product name, your look and feel. It's the trust mark that helps customers find and rely on you. And you protect this layer with trademarks. Now to put all these pieces together, a tool like the Business Model Canvas is absolutely priceless. It's a simple one-page map that forces you to think through all the critical parts of your business. Who your customers are, how you'll make money, what you actually need to pull it off. It connects all the dots. All right, you've found the treasure in the public domain. You've used it to build something new and amazing. You've even structured it into a business. There's just one last crucial step. You have to protect the new value you've created. See, just because you built your house on a free foundation doesn't mean anyone can just walk in and claim it. Your unique improvements, your clever combinations, your new way of doing things, that's your treasure, and it needs to be protected. And this slide right here shows you exactly what's at stake. Look at the huge difference. The Kenyan team built on public tech, then patented their own improvements and created a protected, successful product. On the flip side, a company called Martech didn't file patents in China, their key market. A competitor sued them and their whole business was at risk. The difference maker? A smart IP strategy.
You know, an IP strategy isn't just about playing defense with lawyers. It's a forward-thinking plan to get the absolute most value out of your ideas, making sure it lines up perfectly with where you want your business to go in the long run. So, what does a good strategy look like? Well, it means filing for protection early, making sure you have freedom to operate, which is just a fancy way of saying you've checked that you're not stepping on anyone else's toes, being strategic about where you file patents, and locking down your brand with trademarks. So, if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. The public domain is not a graveyard where old ideas go to die. Far from it. It is a launchpad. It's a dynamic, living resource, ready to fuel the next big thing. The blueprints of history's greatest innovations are out there. They are free and they are waiting. The only question left is, what are you going to build?